Welcome back, 8th graders. It is officially our last Thursday of the school year. Woohoo! Please remember that next week, week 14, we only have a 3-day week, but we still got to get through this lesson and Friday lesson until it's our last week. But guys, we're almost there. We're on textbook page 387 to 389. Let's start off with a quiz. An example of a seasonal wind is a letter A, wind belt, B, Coriolis effect, C, North Atlantic drift, or D, a monsoon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get rid of some answers. I'm going to get rid of the North Atlantic drift because that is a warm ocean current that brings precipitation or rain up to England. So not a wind, it's an ocean current. I'm also going to get rid of the Coriolis effect because that is a phenomenon due to the rotation of Earth that makes our oceans and winds curve. So instead of going in a straight line, because the Earth is spinning, our winds and ocean currents will curve, and that's called the Coriolis effect. So the correct answer is letter D, monsoon. Remember, monsoon are seasonal winds that bring heavy rains to South Asia because they carry a lot of humidity off the Indian Ocean. All right, so the goal of today is to review oceans and climate and also factors that affect precipitation. So this is a review lesson. So I'm going to read slower and pause. And what I want you to do is try to fill in what you think I'm going to say before I say the answer. And if you're really struggling and you feel like you can't do it, then maybe you need to go back and you need to watch lesson 1 and lesson 2 of week 13. Let's start off with oceans and climates. Let's review this first. So, distance from ocean can affect climate. This is because water heats up and cools down. What do you think? More slowly or 5 times more slowly than land. All right, so it takes more energy to heat up water than it does land, so there's always going to be a temperature difference. So because of the ocean nearby, coastal towns experience, remember, everybody wants to visit coastal towns or the beach because what do they experience? Do you remember? Mild winters and cool summers. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's not too cold in the winter and it's not too hot in the summer. And that's because their climate is affected by the ocean being so close by. Okay, locations in the center of a continent experience cold winters and hot summer because the ocean is, so if you're smack in the middle of the United States, are you going to be close to an ocean? No. So locations in the center of a continent experience cold winters and hot summers because the ocean is too far away to affect the climate. All right, ocean currents also affect climate by moving cold water, cold polar water, towards the, so here's a picture of some of our ocean currents. And remember, if you're looking at cold water, it's usually represented by a blue arrow in the diagram. Luckily, this diagram is labeled. So where do you think, what part of the globe do you think those cool currents are moving to? Well, they're moving toward the middle of the Earth or the equator. So ocean currents also affect climate because they move different temperature water masses around, and that will directly affect the climate. We're already halfway through with our review, so moving on to factors that affect precipitation. After passing over mountain ranges from the ocean, air masses are, if you don't know this one, take a look down at the diagram, so pause the video. What is air like after it passes a mountain range? Well, it loses some of its moisture and humidity, so it's cooler and drier. The side of the mountain facing away from the wind has, remember, as it passes over the mountain, it's going to lose some of the I gave it away. It's going to lose some of the moisture. So that side of the mountain is going to have little precipitation or little to no rain. All right. A seasonal change in wind patterns and precipitation is called a monsoon. Okay, remember monsoons bring heavy, heavy rain. They're caused by different rates in heating between the, so remember what heats up and cools down slower? Ocean heats up slower and cools down slower than the land. So monsoons are caused by the different rates of heating between the ocean and land. And in summer, the land is warmer than the ocean, and warm, humid winds blow towards the land, creating heavy, what do you see in this picture? Rains. All right, so that is it. Let's just end with this short little quiz. Monsoons, or seasonal heavy rains, occur off what ocean? So use this map to help you. It doesn't tell you the ocean, but it tells you which countries are affected by monsoons. So is it A, the Pacific, B, the Atlantic, C, Indian, or D, all the oceans of the world? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get rid of all of the oceans of the world because it's just not true. I'm also going to get rid of Atlantic because we are on or off the Atlantic, and our location in Buffalo, New York, our closest ocean is the Atlantic, and we don't experience monsoons, so it can't be the Atlantic. Correct answer is Indian Ocean, and South Asia experiences monsoon season. Okay, guys, that is it for today. I'll see you back here for your quiz.